everybody. Welcome back to our fourth and final week of Yojo June coverage. We are Figure It Out, and I'm not gonna ramble, not gonna do anything fancy. Just gonna check in with the dudes. How are you guys doing?
It's been a week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a week. Well, it's been a week. It's been a month of Yojo June, but like Tyler said, it's been a week. It's week 4. Let's jump into it now. So, without further ado, we're just gonna throw this on mute so we can talk over it. Here we go right into some figure reveals. First up, we got Iceberg, which he looks really cool.
Yeah,
So
he does. Solid fig.
doing some really fun figure photography. They bust them out, looking real clean.
Yeah. I really dig this fig because I got this as the FSS one at JoeCon a couple weeks ago, and when I saw this, I was like, "Well done, well done! I'm gonna get this," and I didn't hesitate. So, and plus, that's a really cool looking sniper rifle,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a snowboard, which is I don't think it's been done,
No, not in classified.
so you get some accessories there, and that's cool.
I hope they keep that gray. I like the gray because I feel like in the pictures, it looks kind of blue, but I'm looking at the gray like of the figure. I think that looks a lot better. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's definitely the photos look a little more blue. It's got to be a lighting thing, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. The gray looks better than the blue gray.
So moving along, then they show off Rugged Duke, which some people Rugged Duke, some people say Energon Universe Duke, some people say Resolute Duke. I just think he looks super rad. Although I do want to shout out Rob TG 9672, who commented on our week 3 video, who pointed out his comment was, "My only issue with the new Duke is that he has a vest with magazine pouches, but has a belt-fed weapon." And as soon as I read that, I was like, "Oh man, I didn't realize that." And now it's all I can see and think about. So I will be hitting up Gridiron Studios for some custom hardware for my figure whenever I get it in. But other than that, 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss.
He looks good. Beautiful fig. Look, the render looks great. I like the vest. I agree that the weapon doesn't go with the vest, but I generally have a bunch of Valaverse weapons from weapon packs, so I usually put the Valaverse weapons with my Joes. They're better. They're much better molds anyway, so that doesn't bother me. But I totally understand, like, if you're big on keeping everything together and displaying him with the gun that he comes with, then that makes sense. What gun does he come with? I'm trying to see what this is.
He comes with the Stalker, with the
Okay.
machine gun that Stalker came with.
All right. Okay.
But
okay.
Let's see. So
there are some of those belt-fed weapons that they have a magazine. They have a mechanism to attach a magazine. So if you run out of belts, you can theoretically grab a magazine from one of your boys and plug it in. Not sure that's one of them or not, but anyway, go ahead.
You got anything, Mike?
No.
Okay.
The Duke figure.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay to have poor taste. Well, moving along. So Toxo Viper, right? Isn't that what he's called?
Yeah. This has me wondering, and they mentioned it in the stream, but I think it was jokingly about the environmental crew.
Oh, the Eco Warriors. It wasn't joking. Like they straight up teased it. So
there you go. There you go, Tyler.
There you go, Tyler.
You got something else to get, buddy.
No, I'm not. No, they shouldn't do it. It's look, I did at the Dallas GI Joe Fest. I ran into somebody. I actually met somebody who collects the Eco Warriors sets and the Eco Warriors figures, and it really likes them. It's the first person I've ever met in my many decades on this earth that's actually likes that stuff. A little history lesson for you guys out there. G.I. Joe in the late 80s was an absolute juggernaut. The comic was blowing up, the cartoon was blowing up, and the toy line was massive. It was unstoppable. And the only thing that could stop G.I. Joe is the moronic Hasbro executives who could not get out of their own way and had to dive all in on the Neon 90s and completely ruin the toy line. They just ruined it. And then because of the contractual obligations, the toys have to get put into the comics, and it just killed the franchise. It just murdered it. It's the closest thing, and I'll admit it wasn't quite as bad, but it's the closest thing that you will see to what Disney did to Star Wars in the realm of toys. They just ruined it, and the Eco Warriors was a big part of that. It's a big part of that. So no, I don't want any part of that. They shouldn't be doing it. If the classified line dies in the next year and a half, I will point right to this and say, there you go. You didn't learn your lesson right there. So
get them, Tyler.
I have strong feelings about this. They shouldn't be doing it, and it should never.
I couldn't
happen.
tell.
Yeah,
I think for me it would be the $30 a pop figure, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so they straight up teased Ego Warriors. So there's no sense detonating that bridge until we come to it. So we'll save that for a future episode when it is relevant.
Yeah.
But right now we're getting into, they're showing off Mistress Armada, who, that face sculpt, man, just looks looks so good.
It's a win.
So
this fig is a win. The Iron Grenadiers treatment looks really good. The Destro in the background, great little what's the word I'm looking for here? A cameo in that photo.
Yep.
Yeah, great looking fig. Really excited for that one.
So there she is. She's got swappable head. Just yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna pick it up, but I mean, it'll be available. So any other thoughts about Mistress Armada? Right on. Okay. Well, let's keep the rig rolling. And I think we are going to get into their brand new character called Synapse, who is I think they refer to him as a technomancer. And even though he looks very kind of Cobra Marsy, he's actually, if I remember correctly, he's actually a Cobra antagonist. So kind of like a not neutral third party, but like a different, like maybe heading up a different faction who does not lean towards Cobra sympathies. So that could be interesting. But yeah, it looks like all new tooling here. Colors are an interesting choice, but not for me, admittedly. But right. I respect what they're trying to do.
I don't. That figure's trash. No interest. No interest. No desire. You're gonna go and make an all new mold, and you're gonna waste that time and effort on this. There's so much good stuff that you don't have, that you have not given to us yet, and you're gonna go give us this nonsense. Get out of here with that. No.
Get him.
It looks like, look, that figure belongs in Cyberpunk. That should be in a Cyberpunk game. In the future, that figure does not belong in G.I. Joe Classified modern day.
Yeah, well, maybe if the figures weren't $30, but anyway,
I would buy that fig for $5. But
well, yeah. You might keep an eye out on Ollies, I guess. So here we go into render reveals, and first up, Lieutenant Falcon with that shotgun. Look at that shotgun. That's a lovely little trench sweeper right there, and it does look like they fixed the head sculpt. So
yeah, they talked about it.
That's a relief. Moving into the Cobra Valkyrie troop builder.
That's a win.
So, and then
I can get my Lady J custom.
Yeah, there you go. And then third is coming up. Flash. So not to be confused with Gordon or the speedster from the DC universe.
Yep.
So, and then here's an interesting one that they revealed as a collab with Tomb Raider, and we are getting. Let's see here, where's she at? There we go. We are getting Lara Croft. You're getting Lara Croft in Classified, guys. We got Lara Croft in Classified before GTA 6. So
Look, I'm here for this. I like this. We should call it what it is, which is Recolor Retro Color Girl. Retro Cover Girl, excuse me. But yeah, cool. I'll take it. I don't care about the crossover with the Tomb Raider franchise, but I like the fig.
see, this kind of opens the doorway, and I wanted to do a quick little aside where, since the Hasbro G.I. Joe team is going to be potentially looking to do collabs with other intellectual properties, who is your number one top of the wish list as far as properties to collab, specifically video games?
To see, Blizzard, obviously. You remember that game around the time when I first got out, Joseph, of Dante's Inferno?
Yeah.
I'd like to see a good figure like this, and I'd be willing to pay a deluxe price for it just because of the scythe that you have, and they could kind of overdevelop it, and I think that would justify the higher price tag.
See,
Man,
I
there's
kind of
so
thought
many.
you would have. I thought you would have gone with Hunter the Reckoning.
Well, yeah,
So
that's a
I
given.
feel like you would have played that more. That you played that more.
Yeah, that also. But I'm not a Tomb Raider guy, so I'm gonna miss this figure. But
I like that
doing
it
it once.
exists. I like that it opens the door for other potential collabs. But specifically, I'm just this. Like, I saw this and I was like, oh man, you know what other popular PlayStation franchises that I would love to see collab with G.I. Joe, and that would make more sense? Metal Gear. Give me
Well,
give me Metal Gear Solid in G.I. Joe
well,
Classified.
I like at the Christmas party and stuff. I like the idea of having a Gears of War crossover, just because it'd make buying Christmas presents a little easier. Also, the figures would look really cool, I think. So Gears of War, and it'd be nice to have quality God of War figures and Assassin's Creed.
What do you got,
That's
Tyler?
all I got.
Okay.
Well,
Give me Max Payne. Give me Detective Max Payne. That's who I want.
Detective.
Give me.
Dead to Rights 2. You can get a doggo with it. Very similar play style of a game.
Yep.
Dead to Rights 2 is hard though. Sorry guys. I'm jacking stuff.
I will say, I look at this and one thing, if you're gonna do, I didn't play Tomb Raider games. I'm not a Tomb Raider guy either. I didn't play those games. But the movie with Angelina Jolie, she has the guns that she carries are HK USP match guns. Not a very good firearm in terms of being high quality, it's an HK. It's a good gun, don't get me wrong, but the match didn't really live up to the hype. But it's a really cool looking gun. So if you haven't ever seen it, either go watch those movies. What's the vampire movie with Kate Beckinsale? Underworld. So Kate Beckinsale carries HK USP matches also in that gun. So go look at pictures of that. It's a very cool gun. It's very rare because HK quickly decided this is not up to spec for what we want it to be. So they retired it in favor of a replacement. And they're highly collectible. They're very hard to get. And they're some of the coolest looking handguns you will ever see.
I hated my HK. I will never fire an HK with these hands ever again.
I had a USP 45 and I loved it. But it wasn't a match. So the USP match is on my list of it's one of those bucket list things. One day I'd love to get one. I probably never will because what they cost today is astronomical. I've said all that to say this: if you're gonna do a Lara Croft crossover, give us those handguns. Take the time, do the mold, and give us those handguns. Instead, what we got is a recolor. I think everything in that release is just a recolor of something they've already released. I don't think there's anything new in that fig, and I think that's a bummer. But
I think that no. I think the actual character mold, because I don't think we've seen.
Sure?
We haven't seen short shorts like that on any of the other classified figs, dude.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then good. In that case, great. But still, give me the HK USP match. That's what I want. Give me those. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
think you were
Tangent.
the only one that paid that much attention to an Angelina Jolie movie.
Well, but that's why, right? I'm not looking at it. I'm not watching that movie because it's a good movie, because it ain't a good movie. But it had HK USP matches, and I love those guns. So, and I'm
Gone in 60 Seconds was a great movie.
Also a great movie. She's been in good movies. I'm not saying her stuff is always garbage, but anyway, as much as I love G.I. Joe vehicles, I also I'm a gun nut, so I love guns.
Yeah, there was a movie with her where they talked about curving the bullet, and
that was a ridiculous movie. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, well, moving into name only reveals. Looks like first up, the Crimson Snake armor. So there's that.
I didn't buy the original Snake armor. It's become pretty popular, highly sought after now in the classified series. A lot of guys want it. At the time it came out, it was getting absolutely shredded in reviews because it doesn't pose very well. It just doesn't work very well. They could have done a lot better. They could have spent some time and actually designed a much better mech suit. Because it's not the original Snake armor. Literally, the figure was sat inside it, and he had his arms in the arms, legs in the legs, and bulky and silly. And what they did here is they actually designed it more like a mech suit, where the pilot kind of sits up in the cockpit. And I think that's a really good direction to go with this. And they completely dropped the ball on the articulation and how they made it work and all that stuff. And so this is some one of those things that, like, man, this could have been so cool. This is one of those things that's prime for an upgrade. And you did one big change in the design, but you just did not follow through and carry it through to the rest of the figure and make it do what it should be doing. So, that should be, in my opinion, like a 80% scale Titanfall Titan is what that should look like. And they came close, but then they got to the red zone and just completely fumbled the ball. So anyway, not excited about it because they're not going to update the molds or do any of that stuff. So whatever. But I know people are going to love that because it's very sought after right now. So cool.
Moving on, we are getting a 2-pack of the Slaughter's Marauders. Although I think they said it was the Mad Marauders or whatever, but Footloose and Mutton Junk. So pretty cool. Can put them with Spirit and Lowlight. And then we've got, they did reveal as far as name only reveals, the last thing, it's a vehicle, the Triple T. So
should have been a Polar Battle Bear.
I did like that they said they were going to put a canopy on it.
Did they?
Yeah, they said something about giving them some cover. And so I'm like, this obviously needs a canopy.
Yeah.
So that's what I converted it to in my mind.
Yeah.
Triple T is never something that got me very excited. I'm a vehicle guy, but that one never excited me because it was just partly because of that reason, Mike. It's just a stupid vehicle. Like, it's like a wheelchair with treads is basically
also it's attached to Sergeant Slaughter, and I was always in the camp of miss me with that. So
I want to be very clear, by the way, just so we're on the same page. There's nothing wrong with wheelchairs. They're just not military vehicles. So when I'm making that distinction, I'm not knocking anybody who
not with
rides
that
a wheelchair.
attitude.
Yeah. So This 3 out of 5 ain't bad. It's a shame the two that are misses are big misses. But yeah, those 3 out of 5 pretty good. Did not call me crazy, and I'm here for it if you do. Didn't we get an announcement, like an animated short or something from Cobra Commander announcing taking over G.I. Joe June?
It was a YouTube post, and it was attached to it was like a YouTube community post, which was attached to a poll on YouTube, and it might have even been on Instagram. I can't remember, but there was just a bunch of Cobra sympathizers just voted, because it was like, what's your favorite faction? And a majority picked Cobra for some reason. And they did a weird little Cobra Commander post of gloating, and that was that. So
I thought we were going to get like a takeover, and one of the weeks of G.I. Joe June would be all Cobra or something like that. So obviously I misinterpreted that, but seems like a missed opportunity. But whatever.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that was it. And the figures they shut off today. All 5 of them, they're available for pre-order today. They should be available for now. As the time of this recording, none of them are sold out yet. But yeah. And with that, it looks like we've got another Yojo June in the books. And this is kind of them wrapping up and just saying the next time we'll hear from the Joe team will be in July for San Diego Comic-Con. So
they're supposed to. They said early, like week 1 of Yojo June, when they announced the lack of a HasLab this year, they did tell us they're going to give us an explanation at San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm really curious to hear what that is. I think it's a huge miss. I think outside of that, this was probably a pretty good. I think this was probably a better Yojo June than last year, all things considered. It's just the Snowcat was a pretty big deal. It is a pretty big deal, and so we don't have that to look at this year. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to. It's like last year we got the great HasLab and kind of crappy everything else. This year we got a lot of really great releases, but no HasLab. So it's like, can you just put together both and have like a really banger Yojo June, please? Maybe next year, guys, get it together and let's do that.
I'll say that I would consider this one a banger Yojo June, if for no other reason than the Vamp Mark II. I feel like since you're not doing a HasLab, you're not doing a made to order, at least give everybody what they want, which is another crack at the Vamp. And
my thing is I think it was, like you said, more successful than last year, but they didn't set the bar too high last year. This one, like right out the gate, I got deep 6, and heck yeah, I was pretty stoked about that. And then Dusty and the Vamp and all that stuff, it was good. And then we were riding the momentum from G.I. Joe Fest, so we were all kind of geeked up about that too. So they did a good job. They announced a lot of stuff, but at the same time they also mentioned a few times that this is kind of it. So it has me wondering what there's, do they have something planned up their sleeves for, the Septembers and the Octobers, like, is there going to be something that kind of ties this over?
I think this is it. This is going to, like, whatever they announce at San Diego Comic-Con, I think that's going to be it for the year.
Because it's like, you've also got, you think they would have something for like Black Friday or something, another item that they could get for Christmas. Because I'm still programmed into like, hey, at the end of the day, you're trying to sell toys, and what's the best time of year to sell toys is after Thanksgiving. So because people are getting folks presents and whatnot. So, and it's already going to be stuff that's already announced. That surprises me. But I guess if you're going to market to where you market and you're all done by August, okay, I guess.
What did they do last year? Did they have, I'm trying to think, did we have any releases later in the year?
I don't remember.
Later in the year? Either.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Yeah,
and that might have been why G.I. Joe June wasn't that great last year, is because, if they did, then they saved it. But this time it doesn't, according to them, they didn't save it. And I don't know if I like that or not, because I don't know, you still need stuff on the shelves. I don't know.
Well, tell us what y'all think. How do you feel about Yojo June week 4? Did it deliver? Was it whatever? Let us know. Are we making mountains out of molehills? Are our expectations so lofty that there's no possible way for us to ever be happy? Who's to say? Let us know.
Also, if you see Tyler out buying Echo Warriors when they release, make sure you stop in the aisle and take a selfie with them.
Yeah.
So you can celebrate your score.
Yeah.
You need to, what you should do is murder that guy because he's an imposter. You'd be doing me a favor. Take out the evil twin.
Take out the pod,
baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, when it comes to Yojo June week 4, you guys helped us figure it out. Take care.
Later, y'all.